Clover fresh milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Clover Classic Mayo is new to the Clover Classic range and comes in 3 levels of tanginess, so you can choose how you want to level up your recipes. So today, Tumi shows us how she adds the bang of flavor to the dish of the day, which is mac and cheese crunchy cubes with the classic mayo dip. SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get the recipe sent to your device. SMSs are charged at R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Oh, Tumi girl, you have got one of my favorites of all time, but you're adding a twist to it, some mac and cheese.
Yes, of course, but before I even go there, you look amazing today.
I will get how you do me. Thank you so much, girl. But do you know what actually looks good? This food.
I know, right? So what we're doing today is we're adding a bit of a twist to mac and cheese. Normally, mac and cheese is served as a meal and you eat it as is. So we're making some crunch cubes today. So what I'm going to start by doing now is making the sauce, the cheese sauce that actually goes into our mac and cheese cubes.
Delicious. So I've struggled to always get that perfect sauce. So please break it down to me, girl. So how did you add some cheese and the bechamel sauce, and what are the quantities we're looking at?
So the bechamel sauce is basically flour, milk, and butter. So the aim is to cook down your butter, your flour mixture, and then add the milk. So as you add the milk, that's when you loosen up the actual mixture.
Delicious, okay.
And then it becomes, it thickens up. You just keep adding as much milk as you want, depending on how thick you want it to be or how loose you want it to be.
And then what do you do about lumps?
You just whisk it. You need to make sure that you use a whisk, because if you use a wooden spoon or anything like that, you are going to run the risk of getting lumps. All right, so once this is done, I've just added my cheese in my bechamel sauce. Now I'm adding all the other ingredients that go into our mac and cheese recipe. This is just tomatoes.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll get you involved just now. You're going to get your hands dirty.
I really want to help, but you know, it's also nice to have a handy resident chef here to do all the work for you. No, I'm joking. It's just because you do such a good job at adding different flavors and textures and, of course, interest to a dish.
Of course. Oh, thank you. What I've just added into the recipe now is my basil, paprika, and then salt and pepper just to taste.
It's already smelling so good in this kitchen, let me tell you something.
Thank you. So what we're going to do now is, because we're trying to make sure that it's thick enough to hold, we're going to put this into a bowl or into a platter like this, and then we keep it in the fridge.
Okay.
We're going to put it into the fridge, but for now I'm just going to put it aside because I already have a
done portion.
Yeah, so let's just do this for you.
So just to go over that again, we put it in the fridge and the oven. How does that work?
Okay, so we've already got the mixture. Everything is cooked here, right? So we don't need to cook it again. We put it in the fridge to hold and set. That then allows us to have these cubes that have already set and held.
Beautiful.
Because we do that overnight. So once this is done, this is where the fun part comes in. You're going to get your hands dirty.
I'm ready for it,
You're ready for that.
Okay, no, I'm actually not ready for it. I'm going to use the tongs, but at home you can get down and dirty. You can get the kids involved and your friends involved and making these deep fried dishes. So I've got my little cube here.
Yes, so we flour first, egg mix.
Okay, then egg mix.
Yes. And then over to the breadcrumbs. So what we're doing now is we're crumbing the mac and cheese so that once we put it in the oil to cook, it doesn't fall apart. You can just put it on the spoon and I'll put it in the oil for us.
Okay.
It looks ready.
No, that's good.
Perfect. So then what we will then do, if you want more crunch, you're more than welcome to crumb it more than once.
Oh, yeah.
You can crumb it twice if that's what you prefer. You can crumb it, but I think 2 is enough. But
I think 2 is enough, yeah.
If you want to get a thicker layer, you can crumb it again 2, 3 times.
I'm not really into having too much crunch. I quite like the actual food itself.
Yes.
But I know I got some family members who love a good crunchy meal and just want to feel that texture. Really?
I actually am.
Okay, I see you.
So once this is done, we're going to leave this to cook down because we want the mac and cheese cubes to be nice and brown on the outside. Because it's already cooked, like we say, we don't need it to cook for much longer.
Okay.
We're going to get started with our star ingredient for today, which is our classic mayo.
So this classic mayo comes in 3 levels of tanginess. I like that because sometimes when you're making, whether it is a dressing or a dip, what we're doing today, or creating something like a chicken and mayo sandwich.
Yes.
Sometimes that tanginess, that bitterness is too much for different flavor tastes.
Of course.
So this is perfect and this is ideal for the entire family.
Yes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add all these ingredients. What I have over here, we've got some spring onion, Parmesan cheese, basil, chives, and some chili sauce, as well as some lemon zest, just to add that additional tanginess if you'd like to.
Nice.
All right?
Okay,
We're just going to make this off. So basically, once our mac and cheese cubes are cooked, we're going to dip them into our already decadent mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Into this sauce, and this beautiful sauce. All of this together, I promise you, is... I know we've been good girls throughout this week. We do deserve this
We
decadence.
really have been good girls. We've been making sure that what we're putting in our bodies is healthy. And this is honestly something that is so filling. This is something that is so satisfying as well, that everyone in the family will enjoy. Okay, so my dip is ready to go.
Awesome.
And of course, when the mac and cheese cubes come out, they look this good. So it's time to plate.
Perfect. And then we just add our sauce. And this is our dish, nice and ready. Look at you being all professional with the garnish.
Yes, queen.
And that's it. That is our mac and cheese balls, or cubes rather, with our delicious classic mayo by Clover.
Delicious, girl. You have done incredible. This is her first week on the job, and wow, has she started off her career here on Afternoon Express with a bang, joining the family, bringing excellence, which is what we don't do anything lower than excellence.
I know, right?
So thank you so much, girl. And if you want to join in on this excellence train, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe. But if you need to see how this is made one more time, watch this.
Made with love by Clover. Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.